Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van. Gundy and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Wizards in Washington. Pass to Thompson. Driving to the basket. Thompson throws it down.
And that's how Thompson does most of his damage offensively, attacking the basket.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And stolen by Williams. Barrett for three. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, this is really important to Cunningham's development. He needs to keep rising, firing, and hitting these pull-up jumpers.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Banchero. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here is Cunningham. Clock at 6. Here's Walker with the three. The Pistons rebound. And Detroit with another turnover here. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. Now, he feels like Darius Garland is the key to that offense. Coach said not many people can stay in front of Garland one-on-one. He's so shifty. So the rotations defensively have to be decisive and quick. And at the other end, we want to force him to work defensively. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
This guy has multiple talents. His court awareness at his size is really impressive.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now, here's Ball. Pass to Banchero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Banchero's got 5 now.
Well, Banchero's got a strong scorer's mentality and doesn't hesitate if the shot's open.
Picked away. For the finish. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Ron Holland.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day. What a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hard-working people that... really value hard-working teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
And so here's Charlotte following the 3 by Detroit. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Holland. Back to Thompson. Walker a screen. Inside. And finished off by Walker.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Shoots. Back to Banchero. That 3 off the mark. The Pistons leading. Here's Thompson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right side, Williams. And that one is stuffed right through.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Off target with his 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Banchero with the screen to the paint. Shoots over Holland. The fadeaway. Again, the Hornets score.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Holland. From downtown. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Hornets leading by 3. And the foul on Jarris Walker. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
1:49 left in the first quarter. To the middle. Kicks it out to Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Cunningham on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. For 3, Barrett bangs home the trifecta. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Charlotte?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Here's Ball following the 3 by Detroit. The kick out to Williams. Onside, Barrett. Back to Williams. Down low. And finished off by Banchero.
I'm certainly not shocked to see Banchero lighting up the stat sheet.
Cunningham left side.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pistons passing it around. The kick out to Walker. From deep. And it's blocked.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 2. Thompson from long range.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
Cunningham for 3. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Now, here's Walker. Back to Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Fall. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Cunningham with it. Here's Walker. Banchero grabs the board.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Coach, it didn't take long for Kate Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggle. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. A 3 off the inbound. They grab their own miss. Barrett. And it's denied. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that.
Timeout. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Jacobson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Buffkin. Still scoreless. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And here's Ivy. Pass to Jacobson. Kicks it out to Hero. Hits it from three-point range. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Pass to Boston. Another three for Detroit.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Now, Hero. The Pistons working the ball around now. Ivy on the wing. Shoots the 3. The Hornets pull it in.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
The 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Takes a 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Buffkin with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now, here's Ivy. Pass to Boston. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. Jacobson to the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So it's the Hornets now. Here's Buffkin. And the layup falls.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Left here in the second. Outside, Hero. Six on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Jacobson. Fall with the rebound. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Pistons trailing. Here's Ivy, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ivy's got 5 points in the quarter. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Cranes the three-pointer.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Going inside, and slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, there's a guard who can get up. Ivy doesn't pass up these chances to slam it down.
There's a screen to the paint. Here's Fall.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Charlotte. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Charlotte in the lead. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Whoops, here's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Detroit with the ball. It's a one-point game. Walker a screen. For the lead. Thompson in the post. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Outside ball. They get a hand on it. And they're running. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Buries the corner three. Thompson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pistons. Barrett for three. That shot off. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. And Cunningham with the slam.
What great anticipation by Thompson to get the steal that sparked that break.
Back to Barrett. Kicks it out to Banchero. Buries the long-range jumper. Banchero's got 15 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Here's Holland. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And Cunningham's size at his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates.
And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now Cunningham. 5 points in the game. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pass the ball. Here's Banchero, covered by Cunningham. Clock at 4. And it's Banchero missing. Tipped away. It's stolen by Banchero. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. to Holland. $18 feet out. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Barrett, no good. Detroit leading by 4. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
To the middle. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And I know Coach loves to see Banchero get rolling out there. He is capable of some serious production.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Ball. Cunningham's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
On the wing, Walker. He's got 10.
2 minutes remaining.
6 to shoot.
2 minutes.
A 3-ball. The shot, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Thompson in the corner. Walker a screen. Sinks the triple. He's got 6. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pistons?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Out to Barrett. For the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Puts up a 3. Pistons passing it around. To the right side. Launches it. He can't get that one to fall. Hornets trail by 5.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
The kick out to Williams. And here's a nice one-handed slam.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
And that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Pistons lead by... Three. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Pistons leading by 3. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Holland. They set the pick. And there's the drive. Clock is at 3. Goes up on the high post. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Hornets trail by 3. Ball with it to tie it up. It's hauled in by Jacobson. Outside, Hero. Out to the right wing. Timeout, Pistons.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Teams changing it up here. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Ivy. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Barrett. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Left side, Hero. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ivy. From 10 feet out. That's tipped. To take the lead. Here's Fall. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Hornets lead by 1. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. They are really piling up the steals in this one.
And he comes up with the deuce. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Pass the ball. Inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And the passing ball displays night in and night out is impressive. He takes pride in his ability to facilitate.
Substitution on the floor.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Outside Thomas. Pass to Fall. Just 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 3-point Hornets lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
There's the triple. The shot by Ivy, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Yes, that goes in.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Hornets lead by 4.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Knocks it loose. And here's Ivy. Pass to Boston. Three-pointer. Fall with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Ball with it. Picked up by Thompson. The kick out to Ball. To the wing right side. From outside the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Holland. Outside, Walker. Lock at 6. Lets it fly. Misses the baby hook.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
That's called. First personal foul. Team 4.
Outside, Barrett. The kick out to Ball. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And Ball slams it in.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now they're in a position to win the game.
Thompson surveying the floor. They need this. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
There's the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ball's got the lead up to 10 now for Charlotte.
No looking back. Ball knows once he starts moving, he's got to go all the way.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
To Barrett. And Caro outside. And finished off by Banchero.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
The kick out to Walker. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Ball from long range. No good that time. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.